Welcome one and all to another stream of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition Solo Poverty Monk Challenge. I am your host, Karen Driel, as always. Welcome back. And let's jump into it. So, last time we finished up the Cloakwood Mines, and since we had hit level 9 while we were in Cloakwood, we were able to go back through a variety of different areas we used to be unable to complete, and we were able to complete them. So today, we're going to be continuing on to Baldur's Gate. I will, however, be first stopping off. There's a couple of other areas. I went through and looked at all the areas of the map just to check and see what out there was incomplete that I just couldn't remember off the top of my head. And there were about 3 areas, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead. 4 areas. Nope, no, I was right. 3 areas that
it shall be as you wish.
I want to go check out. Now, one of them may not actually have anything.
But to ask.
One of them definitely does, however. And then one of them is just a minor little area that I'm not really sure I need to go check out. I don't think it's going to really matter to us, but we might be able to get a little bit of XP. So, I'm checking as a result. So first we'll head down to the Valley of the Tombs. This is the wrong area.
You have but to ask.
It is this one.
It shall be as you wish.
Yes, okay, so I'm just going to check to see if the mustard jellies from the time that we were here previously, when that wizard summoned the mustard jellies, if they are... Yes, they are still here. Okay, cool.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
So last time these guys attacked us and we couldn't kill them because we couldn't damage them. But now that we have Magical Fist, we can actually hurt them, and we can take them out rather easily, getting a crisp, clean 2000 XP per kill. Alright, that's one. The question is, where is the other? It could really be anywhere. I know one of them chased us at least a little bit. So my guess is it's going to be up here somewhere, but I don't actually know. Where, oh where? There it is. Awesome. It hit us. And poisoned us. I didn't even realize mustard jellies could poison you. But we were able to cure it with a quick cure poison. And, oh hey, a gnoll has volunteered to die for us. We appreciate your contribution of 35 XP. Thank you. So that's the first of the 3 areas completed. And then next, we're not going to do Durlag's Tower yet. I'm going to wait for that one. It's a very challenging area, and there's not really a whole lot of benefit to us going there. At least not at the moment. We could kill some battle horrors outside to get some stuff, but I just don't want to deal with it at the moment. So next is this area over here.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Next is apparently a bunch of hobgoblins.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I actually already completed the Basilisk area, Rick. Welcome to the chat, by the way. The Basilisks were an unexpectedly easy fight. I used, what's his name? Korax. I used Korax as assistance, and
It shall be as
managed
you
to completely clear out every single one of them. That was one of the ways that we got so high level so early on, actually. It was very beneficial for completing the rest of the areas. Alright, so this area, there were a couple things we didn't do. Specifically, the Red Wizard fight. I was concerned about the Red Wizards and their magic at a lower level. At this point, I think we have enough HP to just kind of tough it out if we get hit by any status effects or crowd control. And, yeah, they're squishy mages, so as long as we can get a couple punches in, we should take them out pretty easily. But this fight is essentially... it's some red mages. Red Wizards of Thay are particularly evil, and they threaten to kill us immediately. That's one. That's two. Oh, no. That's three. That's 4. Alright, yeah. Welcome to the chat, Brat Jedi. Yes. Of course they're evil, they're in red. Now the other big fight in this area that I avoided previously was right over here, I believe it was. There was a... we'll do it. Make sure to save after beating the Red Wizards. There were a bunch of spiders, and I wasn't sure... yeah, the sword spider. There was a sword spider, and I was not sure that we would be able to take it down the first time we came through this area. Since then, we've grown a lot stronger, and I'm not too concerned about that. Although, perhaps I should have been concerned about that.
My spleen!
Because I am dying.
My life's blood. My spleen!
Wow, okay, they are still incredibly dangerous, apparently. That is unfortunate. I do believe we can take them, it's just going to be a matter of beating them effectively. Let's try and... get the sword spider. Oh, no. Okay, good, we did not get hit by the web trap, or caught by the web trap, rather. Alright, let's run like this, and then use a heal. And we even got a... we even hidden shadows.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Wonderful. Okay, yeah. So all we really need... I mean, that time we didn't get poisoned, which definitely helps. But really, we just let ourselves get surrounded the previous time. I thought that we would be strong enough to just kind of brute force it. Clearly, we were not. Oh, right, I can't save because of that web trap still being active. Ugh, bloody thing. Alright, then there's one more thing left to do that I can think of. Oh, there's the face spider left. There is not a face spider left. I think the face spider was the one that poisoned us last time. I wasn't able to keep track close enough to tell, but I believe that's what happened. And, yeah, it hit us a lot harder than I was ready for. So as I was saying, there's one more area left to go to. This third area is the one that is probably the least useful for us. For one thing, I have to remember where it is. I want to say it's this area? Yes, okay. So when we came through here before, I believe that I forgot that this cave existed. And inside the cave, I want to say there is an ettercap. which would be a phenomenal source of XP if we can kill it. I think they're worth like 600, 650.
You have but to ask.
Yes, as you can see, I did completely forget about this area previously. There we are. Yep, 650 XP. Apparently there was a trap as well. I'm guessing it's a web trap, considering it was an ettercap layer, but somehow we didn't trigger it on the way in, which is very good. I'm very appreciative of that. So yeah, those are the 3 little things that I checked. All of the rest of the areas I've completely cleared out one way or another, with the exception of things like Durlag's Tower and Olgoth's Beard. But those are DLC, and I probably won't do those until close to the end of the game. We'll see. I might. I just don't know yet. But first, let's head over to, well, let's get waylaid by kobolds. And then, once we've dealt with them, we'll head over to the great city of Baldur's Gate. It only took us, 20 hours of gameplay to get to the place that the game is named after.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
It's better than the second game, though. The second game doesn't have the city involved at all.
You have been waylaid by enemies and must defend yourself.
Been waylaid by wild dogs this time, because those are dangerous. I mean, I said that mockingly, but I did get hit, so maybe I shouldn't open my mouth too soon. Alright, let's just go to the Friendly Arm Inn.
It shall be as you wish.
We'll take a stop here, get a nap in, and then continue on from there up to the Great City. Now, the Great City is interesting because I honestly don't remember the third... To me, once you get into Baldur's Gate, it's not the third and final act of the game, but I do kind of think of it as the third act.
It shall be as you wish.
And this is the part of the game in which I have the foggiest memory. I've beaten the game several times, but I don't always remember all the details of the different areas of the city and all the things that you can do. And
you have but to ask.
I need to make some notes for next stream, that's for sure. But we'll bumble our way through the main city and see what we can accomplish. I know some things, just not as much as I would like. Certainly not as much as the rest of the game.
You have but to ask.
So we've been to this area once before to speak to... Oh, the daughter of the priestess of Umberlee. Tinya, I believe is her name. But we did not take a look at this, honestly, quite impressive bridge. I think it would be a bit more impressive if it didn't have the fog of war covering it. If we were able to see all the water and just see the bridge in its full scope, it would be a lot more impressive and cool. But I don't know.
I serve the flaming fist!
I actually completely forgot that there was an entrance fee of 6 gold pieces.
Citizens, please step forward.
First off, let me introduce myself. I'm Scar, second in command of the Flaming Fist. Though it is not necessary for you to reveal your names, please answer me this. Are you the group that was involved in the trouble at the Nashkel mines? Yes, that was me. There's only one of me. Well, I have to say you've made quite the commotion up here at Baldur's Gate. I can't really put my finger on a single source, but there have been many strange happenings going on within the city. It's been getting harder and harder for me to put trust in someone. I need outsiders to do some investigations. People with no connections to anyone within the city. Would you be interested in working with me in such a capacity? Yes, we're interested. Alright then. What I'm about to tell you, you must be held in the strictest confidence. Do you understand? I need you to begin an investigation of the Seven Sons trading coster. Seven Sons' leadership has been acting strangely of late. They've been selling off valuable assets and neglecting many of their more profitable trading ventures. Considering the importance that the trading cluster holds over the economy of the city, the Grand Dukes are noticeably upset. I've gone to talk to the cluster's head, Jasso. He rudely rebuffed me, telling me to mind my own business. I've known Jasso for many years, and this isn't his usual behavior. I can't start up an official investigation, as there is no reason for doing so. That's why I need you. We're ready to go for it, but there's something you need to know first. We think that the Iron Throne may be behind recent events along the coast. At the mines in Nashkel and in Cloakwood, we've learned much about the goals and methods of the Iron Throne, and it doesn't bode well for the future of this region. Well, that sheds new light on things. There's nothing I can really do about it now, but I'll make sure to look into it. I want you to break into the Seven Sons compound and find out what's wrong. Use stealth in your investigations. I don't want this operation to cause too much fuss. The most important person to watch for is Jasso. Once you've found out as much as possible, report back to me at the Flaming Fist compound. I'll pay you 2,000 gold for this favor. The estate is located on the southwest side of town. I wish all of you the best of luck. Remember, once you're done at the Seven Sons estate, it's imperative that you meet me at the Flaming Fist barracks, which are just west of the Seven Sons. So that was Scar, a character that I fear is gravely underutilized in the game. It'd be very cool to have, you know, a long-term connection with the captain of the guard and all that jazz. Unfortunately, he does not serve that role. And after doing that voice, I need water. Nothing like a scratchy voice to really tear up your throat right at the start of a stream. So if I remember correctly, there is nothing down here unless you have a specific party member with you. But we, of course, do not have said party member with us. But I still want to check, make sure. And this is the first time we've actually been allowed to enter the city. Up until now, the gates have been closed, the bridge has been drawn, all because with the Iron Crisis and the bandits about and all of that, they've just closed their walls to make things quote-unquote safer. Did I not click? Whatever. I thought I clicked.
It shall be as you wish.
It appears good old Elminster is sitting there and can't see us.
Oh, there, wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
So, pretty simply, he's just doing his usual thing, popping up and being nosy. We ask him about Gorion there, and he says he was long my friend, quite the traveler in his day, though he never regretted becoming a foster father to us. And he does tell us, most notably, that Scar of the Flaming Fist, who we just spoke to, is a good guy, and his boss, Duke Elton, is also a good guy, and we should trust them. So, unlike the previous areas of the game, this one's going to be a bit more
You have but to ask.
of me just kind of searching around, figuring out what's going on, because I frankly don't remember a lot of it.
My prices are the best south of Waterdeep.
You have but to ask.
Let's just wrench the door open with our brute strength. Probably just some random person's home. Yeah, it's just some random person's home.
It shall be as you wish.
We won't
It shall
go in
be as you
there.
wish.
Oh, but you know what I do remember about this area is that we can get our second skill book. I don't think it's actually going to really benefit us, but we can get it for what it's worth. So we come over to here, and they've got this broken down, ruined old house. And I can't remember if you go in this door or this door. I believe it's the specifically ruined one. You step in. Yes.
I shall attend to it in a
Welcome,
trice.
And this guy talks to you, and he says, "What are you doing? You better get out of here lest you know the password." And interestingly enough, you don't have to have actually heard the password in the game thus far. If you know it from a previous playthrough, you can use it. Since this is not a fully roleplayed playthrough, we're just going to go ahead. Interestingly, the password is the word that isn't a word. Fuffered. Another interesting thing is that there are some references here to various different aspects of the Forgotten Realms lore, as well as one that I believe is a reference to the sequel to this game. Yet again, them putting sequel references to the sequel in before it's actually even been released. Darkwell, I'm not sure about. Ravenscar, I want to say, is a reference to something in D&D, but I don't know for sure. Mask is a deity. Fuffered, I'm not sure what Fuffered is supposed to be. It's the correct password, but I don't know if it's actually a reference to anything or not. Bodhi, I believe, is a reference to a character in the sequel. Although in the sequel, her name is actually spelled with an H, B-O-D-H-I, or B-O-H-D-I. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, that is her name. It's just spelled differently. I don't know if they had just not decided on the spelling yet, or what. Mercury may be a reference to something, but I'm not sure. Shadow, I don't believe is a reference. I think it's just a fairly stereotypical thiefy thing. But Faford is a password. And with that in mind, this little area here, we're allowed to walk in.
It shall be as you wish.
And for the most part, these are fairly uninteresting. This area is the Thieves Guild, which if you have a thief in the party, you can make use of. We unfortunately do not. I will talk to some people, but I don't believe we can actually benefit from very much in here. We can talk to Black Lily,
It'll be the
however.
darkest day you never seen before I don't have what you need.
So she is a shop, and she sells nothing of actual value to us. I forgot. She doesn't sell anything of value, although she does actually have some good stuff for a more traditional playthrough. But what she does have, here in this little barrel, a magical manual. So let's take a step outside,
It shall be as you wish.
and we'll head out.
I shall
And then
attend to
this
it in a
right here,
trice.
this building with the very interesting, almost stained glass looking roof, is Sorceress Sundries, the magic shop.
It shall be as you wish.
Yes?
So if we talk to Halbazar Drin, we can have him identify this manual for us. Manual of Quickness of Action. And if we read it, our dexterity has been raised by 1 permanently. Now, this is not a particularly exciting boost. I don't believe it actually benefits us at all. I do believe a 19 dexterity does have some benefits. For example, it increases your accuracy if you're using a ranged weapon. Unfortunately for us, however, we are not using a ranged weapon, so its value is limited. In the future games, it may be possible for us to get to a 20 dexterity, which I want to say increases armor class by 1, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I do know that we can permanently lose 1 dexterity as a result of our choices in the second game. So, the benefit of this manual really may be more preventative than of a negative than it
I shall
is
attend to it in a trice.
innately a positive. So, apparently we have ruined a ritual by stepping in here. And we're just gonna be like, what? This is a store. Thank you for that wonderful display of simian logic. Now scram. For your information, a number of important sociological and psychological theorists have posited that stores exist in an intermediate space, neither private nor public in nature, but combining elements of both. Displays in store windows, for instance, can best be viewed as mental constructs projected onto the public consciousness as a means of engendering mass conformity, derived solely from the supposedly private domain of consumer choice. Good enough to drive one mad! Make it stop! Make it stop! Oh, and apparently they're going to attack us.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
And we have been feared. I mean, we did take one out beforehand, though. The question is whether or not we can outlast them. They're not hitting us exceedingly hard, although we are taking a lot of damage over time. Interestingly enough, we've almost managed to seriously wound or kill a couple of them because of the Agonizar's Scorching. I'm going to turn the volume down a touch. Those spellcasting sounds quite obnoxious. Oh, yeah, wow. We've run them out of spells, just about. And since we have outlasted them by running them out of spells, I'm afraid their time is up.
Draw your daggers and spells, and let's have at her.
Yeah.
You have but to ask.
We are quite impressively powerful now at this point. I mean, we just outlasted 3, kind of 4, although we took one out very early on. Decently leveled mages, just obliterated them all by ourselves. And that was after suffering through, quite literally, about a minute of just non-stop spells being thrown at us. Suffice it to say, we've become quite the threat. Anyway, now that we've dealt with that little unexpected encounter, let's head back into the Thieves Guild and talk to some of the thieves.
It shall be
I
as you
genuinely
wish.
forgot that was an encounter. I thought there was an encounter up there, but I didn't realize it was a combat encounter.
I shall attend to it in a
just
trice.
a rogue. You are just a rogue. Those are all just rogues. Let's see if there are... Okay, Alatos, Ravenscar, Thweebild, and Restar. Let's talk to these guys, see if there's any interesting dialogue for us.
Welcome, my little friends. Please, relax, and keep your weapons at your sides.
I simply must apologize for the manner of my thieves. I suppose a thieves' guild must keep a measure of malice about it, but it does tend to put a cloud over introductions. I am Alatos Thweebild, though I thank you not to mention that too often. You are Tugel, of course. Be not surprised, there are very few people in Baldur's Gate I cannot name. You have been here for only a few days and have already made quite a stir. I actually think we've been here for a few minutes, but if we've made quite a stir already, that's not too surprising. This is quite the honor, having one such as yourself interested in my travels. Oh, please, save your ingratiating remarks for another time. They are far too good to be wasted on me. In truth, you have never heard of me, and I care not a whit where you go from here. While in the city, however, you become my concern. In fact, I should like to take advantage of your talents for a small job. Something best accomplished by someone unknown in this city. I am quite sure that the membership of a thieves' guild would include several people capable of whatever you ask. Danger of being recognized seems a minor concern if one is able to not be seen at all. Why do you need me? Shrewd, very shrewd. I do indeed have many fine individuals of exceptional skill, but a large number of them are vacationing at the garrison this season. The guard have been exceptionally vigilant, with the banditry on the roads, and to their credit, they have captured several of my best people. I am sure that in the history of guilds, we are the first to experience a shortage of thieves. What exactly is it you would have me do, and what would be my reward for this service? How well can you afford to pay? It's quite the bit of intrigue, actually. A local wizard by the name of Chandalar makes his home in a moored Halruan skyship. It would appear that he has the knowledge to reproduce these flying marvels, and is currently organizing the sale of the recipe to Grand Duchess Leah Janath. He has drawn up a set of rituals and has procured an artifact fragment and an ancient statuette vital to the spell that keeps the ships aloft. These he has divided amongst his daughters until the deal is to proceed. I have been contacted by a representative of the Halruans, and they have no wish to see scores of flying ships manufactured in every port. You are to infiltrate the place of exchange, steal the ingredients, and return here with them. Simple enough. You would be well paid, enough gold to give you a backache, and, if I am well pleased, mayhaps a magical weapon or two. Perhaps a little more, perhaps a little less. It entirely depends upon your performance. Seems a fairly straightforward bit of burglary, and well within my ability. I accept this challenge and hope it increases my standing within the guild. As it should be. Now that you have agreed, the facilities of the guild are at your disposal. Feel free to make use of them, and make your presence known to the other members. You have my permission, so they will be less likely to kill you on sight. As for your mission, you have a 10-day to complete it. Informants have told me that the Duchess intends to take possession of the components that 10th day, and the exchange will be hosted by Oberon at his estate. As I see it, you have several options. Directly persuade any of the involved parties to hand over the items, or burgle them out from under their noses. Good luck. Okay, I did not realize that this was a timed quest, so now we've certainly got something interesting to do. I'm gonna make a hard save here called, let's see, Thieves Quest. Now the question is, how do I do this? I don't really remember this quest. So I'm supposed to sneak into Oberon's estate and steal several magical components from the three daughters of Chandalar. I want to say Oberon's estate is in the northeastern part of the city. Okay. Let's go ahead and do it then. I really don't remember this quest at all, so it's exciting to have something completely new and previously undone.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
That was a weird way of phrasing it. I'm excited to have something I don't remember. I know I've done it before, but I don't remember it at all, so...
Could we have a moment of your time?
Okay.
Could we have a moment of your time?
What is it? Okay, so this guy's just threatening us, saying we're part of the Iron Throne and we want to get rid of you. We're giving you one chance to stop interfering, or you will die.
You have but to ask.
So I believe, as I was saying before I got interrupted by those two, the place we need to go is that tower that you can see in the northern part of Baldur's Gate. So to my great chagrin, it's not here in the southern part. And what's worse is we can't get to it from here. We actually have to go down to... Well, we have to go into mid-Baldur's Gate, the middle area. And then from there, go north. We have to basically cross through. There's a giant wall separating the two halves of Baldur's Gate, which I'm sure is a very strategically valuable type of fortification in terms of keeping the city safe from attack, but it's also incredibly inconvenient for day-to-day travel.
Ask.
It's even worse when you're trying to quick travel from one area of Baldur's Gate to another, and you end up traveling... So, say you're in the bottom left corner, and you travel to the northwest or northeast, the top right. Sometimes it'll put you on the wrong side of it, because there's two halves to several of the areas here. So you got the big gate here.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And I want to say this building is of note to us. It's locked, so let's just wrench the door open.
You have but to ask. You have but to ask.
Hey, get out of me way, you crummy loghead.
It shall be as you wish.
It appears I am incorrect. This is not the right house. There is a
It shall
house
be
in
as
this
you wish.
area, I believe.
You have but
Maybe
to
it's
ask.
this one? This dagger we got, Nestor's dagger, we got it ages ago. And it's part of a quest that you have to kind of just
I shall attend to it in a trice.
seek out and find.
You have but to ask.
Greetings.
I shall attend to it in a trice. It shall be as you wish.
This one, perhaps. I swear I'm not going to break into every single chest trying to find things.
It shall be as you wish.
Probably.
You have but to ask.
Did I say break into every single chest? I meant break into every single house.
You
I
have
want to
but
say it's
ask.
a dwarf we need to speak to, but
You
I'm
have
not
but
seeing
to
any
ask.
dwarves here very clearly. See, this is why I prefer to play games that I know a lot about. I get too quiet and contemplative when I don't know the answer to an issue, which doesn't make for good content. I need to keep up that chatter, as it were. Alas, I don't know precisely what I'm supposed to be doing in this area. I mean, I know I need to go and deal with the Thieves Guild quest immediately because I only have so many days to do it.
Excuse me, please let me speak before you attack.
Okay, so this guy is the partner of that assassin that spoke to us earlier. And apparently, he slipped a slow-acting poison into our rations while I slept, which is very interesting because we haven't slept since we've gotten to town, but okay. Oh yes, Rick, of course. We have to make sure all the citizens are safe. We're playing a lawful good character after all, so we need to be very careful that everyone is well situated. Anyway. So apparently we've been poisoned somehow, even though we haven't slept since we got here. We've got about 10 days to live, which unfortunately is about the same amount of time we have to complete the other quest. but let's see. Okay, so Lathander here doesn't work for the Iron Throne because he wants to. He's been expelled with a Gaius. And then he wants to be freed from that spell. Okay, so supposedly this seems like a trap, but supposedly this guy can help Lathander, and then Lathander can help
I shall attend to
us.
it in a trice.
Knowledge used wisely is the most powerful of tools.
So 50 gold. Chalanthimist Mirror of Umberlee has the power to remove Lathander's Gaius. And that's the one question he'll answer for us.
You have but to
Alright,
ask.
so I'm not too concerned about the danger of the assassins or anything like that at the moment. We'll go to the Temple of Umberlee later on.
Speak up.
First, let's go try and deal with the Thieves Guild quest.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Apparently, the Grand Dukes are not allowing anyone in right now. Big shock. This is the palace right here. It's so big that I actually can't very easily reveal it on the map. We're not here for the palace. We're here for that Mage's Tower, which I want to say is the correct Mage's Tower.
Good eve on you and yours, my friend. Might I have your ear a moment?
Certainly, good sir. What is your concern? I have been watching you, but rest assured it not be in the bad evil eye way. You and your compatriots be so obviously... Well, I just say you no look like farmers or merchants. I have a service needing completion, and it require that which I think you have. I reward well, but the mission is dangerous and beyond what the law would technically allow. Interested? Yes? What is it I will be expected to do? My proposition is thus. I would have you enter into the home of a colleague of mine and effect the release of a creature he has imprisoned there. Ratchafast be his name, and he has in his possession one of the most beautiful and useful creatures in all of Faerûn. It's a nymph he captured some time ago, and I know not what laughable plans he has for her, but I am sure she be more productive in my care. I am not so rich as to be able to offer huge gold, but as competent wizard, I do have the odd magical item of worth. Perhaps an enchanted item will serve your needs, no? Why not do this yourself? You do not seem as powerless as your plea makes you sound. Indeed, I be proficient in that which is magical, but so is Ratchafast. None know better how to defend against a wizard than another wizard. This requires stealth and guile, or quick blade with muscle behind. You have, I lack. Simple, no? Your terms are acceptable, I agree. Most agreeable! Already you show intelligence needed to succeed. I give you directions to Rajafast's abode, and you take it from there, yes? You will find Rajafast's home northeast of the Hall of Wonders. We meet at my home when you complete your mission. Do not tarry, for I have many plans. Let not the guard see you with the nymph. They will surely question her presence. I will expect you soon. Okay, that's Ramazith's house. Let me do a quick little Google search to try and figure out where we're supposed to go for this Thieves Guild quest, because I, for the life of me, do not know. I'm just going to try and set something here real quick. It's already not. Alright. Oh no, this is Ramaz's house. Ramaz's house. That's hard to say. It's actually in Central Baldur's Gate. We already passed it, so that's interesting. Whoops, I suppose.
It shall be as you wish.
So if it's in Central Baldur's Gate, the question is, where in Central Baldur's Gate? Not at either of those two places. I'm gonna bust this door down, see if this is the... Hey, this might be the house.
I shall attend to it in a
Belilia
trice.
guides the way of all those that seek the path home.
Okay, we've been given an amulet to give to Uric, who is her son that has run away. So that's not
I shall
the
attend to
quest
it
I
in a
thought
trice.
it was, but hey, I guess it's something. We'll stop into this house and this house as well, just to see.
It shall be as you wish. I shall attend to it in a trice.
No, not this one either. I should probably be prioritizing the
You
Thieves
have but
Guild
to
quest
ask.
and the fact that I'm poisoned, but
It shall be as you wish.
10 days is a long time, right? It is interesting though, we've already used up all of our healing for the moment, so we don't have a lot of
You have
time
but to
to
ask.
rest. Every rest is a minimum of 8 hours, and
You have but to
if
ask.
we do that too often to regain our healing spells, we could end up in a bad situation. So depending on how much combat is involved in these two 10-day time limit quests, we could be in trouble. I don't expect us to be, but it's possible.
Well, I never.
Okay, so this lady has comments on Rajafast. So she hates Ben, but more importantly, Rajafast has imprisoned the nymph in his abode, which that lady, Lady Hannah, is assuming is for R-rated activities, but personally, I'm more concerned about him using her for her parts, as in, he's a wizard, and he might very well just chop her up into bits to use in potions. Maybe that's just me. I mean, either option's fairly horrible, but, you know, one of them is certainly more grisly. But fortunately, our aimless wandering has found Oberon's estate, which apparently we have to break the door down. Fortunately, that's easy for us.
Bother
You
and
have but to
bother,
ask.
Never a calm spot.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
What are we here for again? I don't think it's any of those books. We need a spell book, a statuette, and a fragment of some powerful artifact. Oh, no, I didn't do that.
You have but to
Boredom
ask.
stalked the halls.
Well, let me actually read through this dialogue. I was not initially going to do so, but there's so much of it. I don't want to try and summarize. You've gone rather far afield, haven't you, servant? Well, no matter. Anyone to alleviate the boredom is appreciated, even if they are of the lower class. Try to be more amiable, Hulshara. This week's end will not come soon enough. I tire of standing about playing watchman. Many a magical study awaits while I waste time guarding a rock. Hulshara, Daddy would not trouble us with this if it were not important. Your rock is an artifact fragment vital to constructing a skyship, no less so than my statuette and Delorna's spellbook. Fragment or no, here I sit guarding a pebble while the world goes on without me. I don't know how you and she stand it. Delorna is content to sit in contemplation, whether entrusted the book or not, and I simply know that her father would not have me here without a reason. Ithmira, you should know by now that father is a few sparks shy of a fireball. Skyship or rowboat, if he made it, I wouldn't trust it to hold air, let alone float on it. I do not offer the captain the final product, just to guard the components. You know, sister, I think we've been duped. I do not believe I recognize this supposed servant. Sound a warning. It's as father predicted. A thief in our midst. Surrender the items you got. Oh, that's the wrong voice. I got so distracted, or got so mixed up doing the female voices, and ended up using the wrong voice for Tugel. Surrender the items you guard, lest I take them from your corpses. It is a long, cold journey to my corpse, fool. We are invaded! Help! And we've got some guards popping up, which I'm not particularly concerned by. I'm more concerned by the witch. Ow. Well, she just took out one of them for me. And she's down. Oh, hold on. Ah, my reputation has decreased significantly. That's no good. When was my last save? Not recently. That's unfortunate. Oh boy, it dropped a lot. I guess it dropped 6 for every single one of those kills. Oh. Because we dropped all the way from a reputation of 20, heroic, to a reputation of 4, despised. I don't know how it dropped that harshly. We're gonna have to reload for that, unfortunately.
It shall be as you wish.
Alright, so this time, we know that we need
I shall attend to
to
it in a trice.
quick save before we start trying to fight them. And see if we can't figure out some more peaceful manner of becoming involved. Or becoming the possessor of those items.
It shall be as you wish. You have but to
Boredom
ask.
stalked the halls.
Alright, so they attacked us. That's one down. I wonder if them attacking us changes the outcome of the battle. Well, for one, they haven't called the guards, so that's beneficial. Ah, the guards gave me the rep penalty. Ah, I see. Yes, you're correct. Yeah, so that time, all I had to do was just say, I'll pay you for those items, and they happily gave up the money involved. Okay, well that's better. I'm guessing that necklace is the item. I don't want to pick up the wrong thing. That's an angel skin ring, not what I need. I don't actually see the items. Are the items hidden? Yes, okay. I guess I probably could have gotten away with this without actually fighting them. Let's see if we can do that. Because I don't feel like our character would want to kill them if he could help it.
It shall be as you wish.
Let's see if we can get him to successfully stealth. If not, we'll just take him out and keep on moving. But I'd rather not kill them if I can help it. It's a nice chunk of XP, but is it
I shall
really
attend
worth
to it
it?
in a trice.
Okay, well we were able to just take the items and leave.
You have but to ask. It shall be as you wish.
That's better. That's much more thief appropriate.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
It is a Thieves Guild quest after all. So let's get these items
I
back
shall attend to it in a
to
trice.
our employer. And then we can attend to the matter of finding the cure for Lothander's Gaia spell,
I
which
shall
then
attend to
will
it in
lead
a
us to the
trice.
cure for our poison.
You have but to ask.
Welcome, my little friends. Please relax and keep your weapons at your sides.
Well done, if I do say so myself. A fine bit of burglary with no unnecessary attention brought to yourself. This is Ressar, my Halruan contact. He is well pleased and will now see to your reward. My apologies, but it was part of the agreement. Halatos was most assuring in his description of your abilities. Right he was, and it is unfortunate I must lose all loose ends. This includes potential loose tongues, and, though talented, you are also expendable. I offer my sorrows, but you must die. So we've been betrayed! Unfortunately, you should not betray a level 9 monk. So, you've killed the Halruan. Well, don't take it personally that I let him attack you. He was a powerful mage, and there was little I could do to dissuade him from killing you. Don't worry, you have full run of the guild. If you are able to kill a Halruan mage, I'm sure there's little that my guild members could do to you. Again, accept my apologies for the entire incident. We can't even take the items back. See, I feel like if this were an actual D&D game, what I would have my character then do is take the items and then sneak back into the Oberon estate and put them back where they were found. But no. No, that's not an option. Because of course it's not an option. Why would it be an option? Oh well.
I'll not taint the beauty of the night with superfluous chatter.
So Isaac daggers drawn with him, and he drops the swag and runs.
Okay, well, I don't know what either of those two are talking about. They sound like loons to me.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, friend.
You have but to ask.
Alright then.
You have but to
Let's
ask.
head down to, I believe, the southern... Nope, that's Seven Suns. The southern part of the city. I want to say it's here on the water. So yeah, the southernmost part.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
So then I just go south from here, and I should be able to find the Temple of Umberlee.
One is
It
not
sure
forced to walk
is.
in the steps of their father.
I agree, Rick. So, this is a random wizard that basically is just sent our way by Elminster. But he doesn't actually give us any assistance. He gives us roughly the same tip that Elminster did, which is trust Scar and Duke Elton. And then he
I shall attend to it in a
skedaddles off. So I don't really know what that guy's point is. Like, what is he good
Glad
for?
to meet you, friend.
I don't know. So this guy is one of the dock hands here at the docks, and apparently the world is no longer flat. It has become round, a perfect sphere wrapped around itself like a wizard's crystal. So that's interesting. One thinks that perhaps it was never actually flat, and that they just finally discovered that it was round. I do believe down here is, in fact, the Temple of Umberlee. Yes, the Water Queen's house.
The storm shall take those who are unfaithful.
Let's quick save
It
and
shall
then
be
talk
as
to
you
this
wish.
priestess.
The storm shall take those who are unfaithful.
We wish to speak with the High Priestess. Money has very little value to us, so we'll just toss 50 gold.
The bitch queen brooks no insolence.
Oh, we're hidden again.
The bitch queen brooks no insolence.
So we asked for her to take off the geas, and she proceeded to say, if you do a favor for me. So we need to steal a book of wisdom from the Temple of Timora. Which, I don't... Where's the Temple of Timora? Oh my word, this is infuriating. Is it visible in the...
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Excuse me, random peasant. Random peasant, hold.
You need something, stranger?
I wish you could just ask for directions from a random peasant. That'd be such a nice touch. So here actually is the Iron Throne headquarters, the very bastion of evil that we've come here to take down. Obviously, we don't have a good reason to, well, at least not a good reason in the eyes of the law to just bust through the doors and start knocking heads together, so we'll have to do a little more research before we can do that. Okay, now hold on a second. I just had a realization. I want to say the Temple of Timora is actually up here in the top left. That or the middle. So let's go up there and check to see. go straight to the north.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Just because that way we don't have to bother trying to walk around to get through the gate, and then we'll walk to here. And then if this isn't the area, I think it's
I shall attend to it in a
just
trice.
to the south. So. And I do believe it is just to the south. It's in the westernmost area of the map. Okay, well that's Intar Silver Shield's estate. I don't know why that was hard to say. Certainly it didn't need to be. Oh, is this the house? Is this the temple? It doesn't look much like a temple. I think this is something of value, but I don't think
Hey,
it's...
friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as
That's
yourself.
Degradell's house. I believe that may be involved in the Helm of Baldur quest. What does this guy want to say?
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
So he's just letting us know that war is on the table. It's an actual eventuality that could occur. A possible eventuality. Because
shall
of the
be as
Iron
you wish.
Crisis. More flavor text, really.
Please, might I have your ear a moment?
My name is Varsi, and I've heard you sometimes help those in need. For a fee, of course. Please, would you meet with my guardian at his house? My guardian will reveal the nature of the job once we arrive. Please, it's a matter of death or life.
Lead on, young one, I will follow.
Oh, excellent. I may yet repair the damage I've caused. This way! I'll show you to the house where our master is staying.
Let me take a wild guess. Is this one right here? Wow. What a wild guess.
There is nothing I can do. But I must do something. It is a risk. And risk is everything.
Vasi, who have you brought here? I told you I must be alone with my thoughts. Your thoughts know as I do, and there be no denying it. We need outside help to fix what's done. And talk among the alleys say this group may be as effective as any we could hope for. You'll tell me later how you'll know in what alleys to learn such things. For now, however, you are correct. We are in need of assistance, and none of the clergy must know. Greetings to you all. I am Lord Priest Tremaine Bel De'ar, a humble servant of our smiling Lady Tymora. My request of you is an odd and very dangerous one. I will not hold you to it if you deem it too extreme. I would have you enter the Water Queen's house and retrieve my son's body. He and Vasi sought to indulge their restless nature by sneaking about the place, and the high price was paid. We thought it'd be exciting, causing a little mischief amidst Umberlee's underlings. Only it wasn't that much fun when we were caught. We both ran. I got away. Casson didn't. They killed him as we sought to escape. A harsh sentence for a simple prank, but trespassing on holy ground, whatever the faith, is not a small crime. You must bring his body to me so that I may restore his life to him. If you can retrieve him, I will reward you whether I am able to revive him or not. What say you? I would know what payment I can expect. I'll not take this task without knowing what it is worth. My position in the temple does not allow for the stockpiling of great wealth, but many an adventurer before you have made tidings in exchange for our blessing. I could offer a meager amount of gold, but will better that with a magical item gifted to me by one of said groups. I hope this will suffice. Luck or no, it would be a shame to lose your life because of the foolishness of youth. I'll help as best I can. There is hope for my son yet. I cannot tell you where in the Umberland Temple Casson would be kept, but I would advise you to be careful. They seem a right unfriendly group, but once you get to know them, they seem out and out heartless. Please hurry.
I shall attend to it in a trice. You have but to ask.
Okay, well, I guess that does confirm our
I love
suspicions.
money. Yes, I do.
That this is where the Temple of Tymora is. I believe that's it right there. So that guy is just a random nobody that is broke?
You have but to ask.
This way, good sir. Over here.
So this guy, apparently we can just ask him for the Book of Wisdom. I should have saved before this. We'll give you 500 gold. Okay, that worked. We were able to give him the money, or give it to...
I shall attend to it in a
Yeah,
trice.
we were able to give him the money and get the book in exchange, so that's good. Alright, so now we need to take the book to the temple. What is this place? I don't remember this. Ah, the Hall of Wonders. Oh, okay. Apparently we're kind of stuck in a thing now.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I really don't remember what the point of this.
Bother. These locks have always given me trouble. Trouble they are.
Okay. We keep getting caught into new things. But I suppose that is kind of the case when you enter a big city with lots of quests. Excuse me. So here we have one of the possible party members, Alora, who has just jumped in. Who is accusing us of burglaring, quote, just like her. I wasn't planning on committing crimes, but sure, we'll keep watch.
Whatever you wish.
Okay, let's go ahead and quick save here, because I don't want to get stuck in anything serious. I mean, none of this stuff's of actual use to me anyway. It really just seems like a bunch of gems, which is not particularly exciting, to be completely honest. Well, that's a telescope. That's kind of cool. Alright, let's just go ahead and leave.
I serve the flaming fist.
I've not done anything. Okay, my rep decreases when I do that. Okay, let's quick save, or let's load the quick save. I swear I'm getting caught up in things I had no clue were even a thing. And certainly had no desire to be involved in. Just a random flaming fist mercenary that's trying to arrest us. For doing nothing, might I add. We took nothing.
You have but to ask.
Whatever. Alright. So back to what we were actually trying to do, which is to go back to the Temple of Umberlee, give the book to them to get the Gaia spell released. Then we need to go ahead and
you have but to ask.
Retrieve Cassin's body, or whatever his name is. The kid's body. So once we do that, then we can go ahead and also, I think we can steal back the book, because I believe once we take the body, they're going to attack us anyway, and because they're an evil
it
group,
shall be as you wish.
it's not really a problem for us to just beat their skulls in. I could be wrong, of course, but they did murder a child, whether he was intruding upon a holy place or not. Okay, I'm not seeing any interactable objects, so I guess we just need to talk to Zalantha.
The bitch queen brooks no insolence.
Alright, so that's that. Now, where the devil is the kid's body hidden? Can we talk to her
The
again
bitch
to ask?
queen brooks no insolence.
Yes, okay. Well, if we quick save and just crush her skull, will that give us the body and or not cause us any problems? I mean, they're evil, so... Hey, Jazril. Yeah, okay, it looks like we can just kill her. We can take the book back, which means we can use it. Because it's called the Book of Wisdom for a reason. It's a +1 to wisdom. Apparently, we were so well hidden when we took out those three that nothing else happened. We've kept our heroic status. We've recovered the body.
It shall be.
Things are going oddly well for us here. I was really worried that wasn't going to work. It's been so long since I've done it, I didn't really remember. Yes, see, this is what I was talking about. When you try to go to an area, sometimes the stupid walls result in you getting stuck in some place. Like, I can't get up to all of this stuff that I need to go to. So I have to go to one area, I have to area transition a couple times to try and get to where I need to go. Just because the city's laid out so obnoxiously.
It shall be as you wish.
I need a swig of some strong dwarven ale.
Just back from an on-keg frenzy across the river and a bit south. They're in one of their boom cycles, I guess. With iron all shot to hell, there is a good market for on-keg armor these days. Bring me back a good batch of scales and I'll pay you richly for them. Just go on down there and talk to Gerda. She'll fill you in what to do. So that's not actually the guy I thought it was. I thought that was the one that
you had but to ask.
Would ask about the dagger that we've got. Because he is talking about onkegs, and we got the dagger
you
off of an
but
onkeg. So, not what I was expecting it to be.
It shall be as you wish.
Okay, so we'll go up to here.
It shall be as you wish.
Back down to here. And now we're in the right area, and we can go ahead and walk over here and complete this quest.
You have but to ask.
Such a mess. Such a mess.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
By all the gods, the lady who smiles must be positively beaming this day. Quickly, get the body inside where I prithee Timora will grant it life on earth. I'll not waste another moment till my son's soul is on solid ground once more. Come with, and see the wonder.
Okay, are you gonna do it? Do I have to talk to you again?
Now the moment I've yearned for. Please, all. No noise. I must concentrate.
What?
Blessed be our smiling lady. He lives. Son, can you hear me?
Father, what's going on?
Oh, my dear boy. You are in such trouble! What in all the planes were you thinking, child? Gallivanting through an Umberland timber like that. So help me, if turning you over my knee would kill you outright, you jump black to go right to blue.
What? But it wasn't my fault.
Oh, no you don't. If you don't want to play the odds, you had best be sure you take responsibility for yourself. The goddess of luck and adventure does not endorse dumb luck or foolish risks. I swear if your mother were alive to hear about this, she'd drop dead where she stood, and then I'd have to raise her too. Do you have any idea what this spell takes out of a person?
But I'm sorry.
Not another word past your lips, young man.
You're off to your room and see if I let you out before you're 420. March!
But I...
Wait, did we get the quest reward for that? I don't know if we got a reward for that. Did we talk to Varsi? Oh, yes, okay, we do.
I have your payment here. It will be some time before Casson and I get a night out again. It is good to have him back among the living, though I take some small pleasure in the trouble he's in for what we did. You'll notice I've not sat down since you've known me. Sometimes Our Lady who smiles downright laughs out loud. Look to us if you need aid in the future. Many a Timoran will look favorably on you now. Good day.
Meanwhile, many an Umberland
It shall be as you wish.
definitely dislike us because we definitely, murdered their high priestess. But hey, we helped Tinya, who was a priestess of Umberly too, so we've saved the life of one and helped her out. And in exchange, we've also murdered 3. It's fine, right? It evens out. Okay, let's actually check real quick so I can make sure where we need to go. No, not that. The Blade and Stars Inn. Where is the Blade and Stars? I hate when they just tell you, oh, it's at this place, and they don't actually explain where that's supposed to be.
I shall attend to it in a
I want to say it is the south eastern area. I feel like I'm doing a lot more voice acting than usual for this stream. But I can't tell if I actually am or if I just feel like it because I'm doing a lot of scratchy low voices and my throat does not appreciate it. Either way.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Hey, there we go. Okay, Blade and Stars Inn. I was correct. It is the bottom right corner of the city. Man, this is a tiny place.
You have but to ask. It shall be as you wish.
The Blushing Mermaid Inn. So we have to go to yet another inn to get the other half of the potion. We have a large shield, which, if I remember correctly, this is actually a really nice shield. It's one of the best in the game. Of course, for us, we just have to dump it on the ground, but hey, it would be nice.
You have but to ask. You have but
now, the
to
Blushing
ask.
Mermaid, I can't remember if that's also in this area or if that's in a different area. I want to say it's just to the north of us, in the eastern part of the map. I feel like before the Monday stream, I'm definitely going to have to take a look at the guides, specifically the Dudleyville Forgotten Realms guide, to see all the different things in this area, because I do not remember all the details, all the possible quests we can do.
It shall be as you wish.
And I do not want to miss out on a single one if I can help it. No, that's Elf Song. Okay, let's... That's just Tavern and Inn. That's Keeksy Tavern. I guess the Blushing Mermaid is in one of the southern parts of the city. Is the game a bit louder than me, Jazril? Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I can never tell. I just set the audio to a point where it sounds not too loud for me.
It shall be as you wish.
So I appreciate when people let me know a bit more about how it sounds for y'all. question is the Blushing Mermaid in this area, or is it to the west one over? Because for the life of me, I don't know. Eventually I'll get to the point where I remember all this stuff. Probably. Okay, I think it's one area over to the west. So in the same vicinity as the Temple of Umberly. Might be over in the far western corner, though, for all I know. Let's
You have
go
but
down
to
here
ask.
and take a look down here around the docks. I don't think it's over here, although there is this, which this is Low Lantern, which we will want to go to Low Lantern later on, just not yet. I want to get rid of this poison first.
You're a long-tongued lout, ain't you?
So that guy's just an unfunny old... I don't even think he's a sailor. I think he's just some random old coot. But... he's exceedingly unfunny. And after making a bad joke that you don't laugh at, he just excuses himself and leaves. There's a lot of random dialogue in the city from people that I suppose adds to the overall flavor of the game, but it also is kind of a okay and type of thing. Doesn't really lead anywhere. You know what I mean? Okay, looks like it may be over in the westernmost corner of the city that the Blushing Mermaid is. Potentially.
It shall be as you wish.
Now, what is interesting is this is where the Seven Suns Trading Company is, which we have to do for the main quest. And then there's Aldeth Sashenstar. Well, off the top of my head, I can't actually remember who he is. I think he's of note, but I don't remember off the top of my head. If I remember correctly, this right here is the Flaming Fist headquarters. Yeah, Flaming Fist headquarters. And here we have TX, who is one of the funniest yet most useless party members you can possibly get.
You! TX would speak at you, for 'tis destined to be so.
Glorious Sirik has foretold of our meeting when thou wouldst join with me. 'Tis thy duty, nay, thy destiny, to stand by TX as the world kneels before him. Us. To this end I would travel with thee and do thy bidding. Later, however, your power shall add to mine, and great TX will ascend to the highest office in the land. What say you, yea or nay to my grand scheme?
What makes you think you're going to rule everything? That's a pretty big job for such a diminutive fellow.
Have you no ears to hear? It is as Tiax said. Destiny! Cyric himself will lift Tiax on high, hurtling me to my rightful place when the time comes. You shall all be as ants before my grace, though slightly larger ants than the norm, if you help me.
So, your whole belief system centers around some celestial midget toss. Count me out. I'm not a member of the Up with Dwarves League, you know?
What? Fate decrees the world to thine hands, and you flout her as a common wench? Are ye cup-shot? Mutton-headed fool, you and your natty lads will be falling away from a horse-load to a cart-load, whilst Tiax puts the world to bed with a shovel. 'Twill be as a squeak for your life, then. Ye Duke of Limbs, stir your stumps and be gone.
I know, right, Jazril? He's such a hoot. It's such a shame that you get him, A, so late in the game, and B, that he's so weak. I mean, by this point in the game, you probably already have a thief that you know and like to have in the party. But not only that, his stats are not good. He is such a hoot, though. Fortunately, I now have no clue where the Blushing Mermaid is, because apparently it's not in this area either. So I'm going to check real quick. Okay, it's a northeast Baldur's Gate. So I was right about it being on the east side. I was wrong about it being on the south part. Did that put me on the... Yes, it put me on the bloody...
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Right side of the wall. Ugh.
I shall attend to it in a trice. It shall be as you wish.
Oh, there we go. It's right there. As evidenced by the Blushing Mermaid Tavern sign.
It shall be as you wish.
That is an ogre. That's interesting. You don't see too many random ogres standing around, I'll be honest. I know, right, Rick? So few options for thieves in BG2.
I shall attend to it.
I haven't even played the game, and I know it's just embarrassing, really.
Stupid saps. They'll never know what hit them.
So you've come, I assume, to take the antidote. All you're going to accomplish is to hasten your death. But I think that isn't the foremost worry you have at the moment.
This guy is very confident for what essentially amounts to a nobody. He actually has 10 potions of antidote. That's impressive. And then he has some other random stuff. I want to say that's actually the Eagle shortbow or something like that. The really good one. Alright, we're cured of Marek's poison, and we got 10,000 XP for that, which is really cool. Yeah, Jazril, I agree. Zar is one of my absolute favorites. I adore Zar. Wacky wizards, even if he's super evil, insane wizards are a ton of fun. TX falls into that same category, even though he's a cleric thief. And yeah, I know, Rick. I know. I don't want to do the sewers yet because there's lots of stuff in the sewers. Not that we can't handle it, but I just I'll go there later.
Yes.
Alright, let's talk to some random people now that we've completed all the major quests we've got going on. We've got Rising Tensions with which is more of a main quest. We've got Captive Nymph. I guess we should probably do the Captive Nymph. And his home is just northeast of the Hall of Wonders, which means it's over in the... either the eastern or western or northwestern part of the map. But apparently this ogre wants to talk to us first.
I be Lars. You be Tugal. Don't try to deny it. You should not have come to Moore State. You've given many warnings before, but you ignored them. Now you must pay. Sorry, but laws must kill.
I'm really starting to get tired of threats. Everywhere I go, I'm threatened. Well, you big lug, going to end up just like all the rest of them.
Lars will crush you now. Crush you to post.
Me will crush you.
Okay, this guy's actually hitting super hard. Can I please stun him? Thank you. Okay. I started getting worried. I should have done that a lot sooner. He hit way harder than expected. Oh, does he have the Gauntlets of Ogre power? That would explain why, I guess.
It shall be as you wish.
Oh, wait, no. I thought you got the Gauntlets. No, you get the Gauntlets of Ogre power from, the two women in the black, or the low lantern boat tavern area. I don't know what those gloves are. I don't think we have enough, yeah, we don't have enough knowledge to just kind of determine what they are just by looking at them. So alas, I will have to look that up later.
Hey, friend. Good to meet a fine sod such as yourself.
Well, let's go ahead and buy a noble room, just to heal up. It took a whole day's worth of healing, so even with our healing abilities. So I guess that means we needed to rest for... I guess we spent, what, 15 gold? Or no, I guess it would be... No, yeah, 15 gold. We spent 15 gold to heal up. How are we doing on gold? 9,000, so... Not terrible. Not outstanding, but not terrible. Let's go ahead and clear out a bit of this area. Clear a bit of the fog of war from this area, just so we have it cleared for next time. And then we will go hunt down this Rajafast and his nymph prisoner. We'll also stop in here at this shrine to Ilmater, because technically the idea is that our character is a monk of Ilmater.
It shall be as you wish.
Arms for the poor.
Not really a whole lot here, just a beggar, who we will happily give a gold to.
You have but to ask.
Ah, Gauntlet of Weapon Skill. Hey, I don't know. I wouldn't knock that -1 Thaco bonus, because it certainly made the difference for Lars hitting us. I don't think he would have hit us nearly as effectively if it hadn't been for that. Alright, now then. Where is Rajafast's house? There it is.
It shall be as you wish.
Let's go this way. No, go this way. And we'll drop another quick save, just to be safe.
It shall be as you wish.
Destiny or no, I'm not long for this place.
Let's give them a right thrashing.
Wow, we just one-shot Rajafast. He must not have been a very high-level wizard if all we had to do was deal 20 damage. I mean, a wizard gets, what, 4 HP a level if they don't have a constitution bonus? So he was maybe a 5th level wizard? Either way, essentially all the dialogue there was that she intimated that she was going to die soon.
Destiny or no, I'm not long for this place.
And now she's saying that Rajafast, she doesn't seem to dislike Rajafast. And she basically says that her species elicits certain feelings that make it sound like he was being affected mentally. Kind of like innate charm abilities. And I guess we will deliver her to Ramazith. I don't know. We'll let her go. We'll just save her instead. I'm sure Ramazith will be upset, but it's not the first time we've aggravated a mage.
You have but to ask.
Oh, wrong area.
It shall be as you wish.
There we go. So let's head up to Ramazith's house and see what precisely he wants from us. Or what his reaction to our...
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I'll call it betrayal, is.
I see that you have returned, yes? You need not say that you have betrayed me, for I scry and spy. Certainly you are foolish to have come here after breaking our deal. I have many spells waiting for parts of Nymph, and will be a long time looking for another. An expensive delay you have cost me, and compensation be from your hide. Come, get me at the top, if you dare.
Ah, I almost hit him. It'd be really funny if I'd managed to do so. Alright, so let's save and head up. I actually really enjoy this little tower. It's a fun little series of challenging fights. Well, some of them are challenging, some of them are not so challenging.
You have but to ask.
This is the scary one. All of these ghasts can really mess you up if they paralyze you.
I shall attend to it in a trice. I shall attend.
I'm just using a little bit of floor transition to
It shall be as you wish. You have but
abuse
to
the
ask.
mechanics and beat the stuffing out of them. Drop a kill on ourselves just to get ourselves back in good condition. I think we're just nauseated, which I want to say just gives a -2 Thaco. I'm not sure what nauseated does exactly. I'm not particularly concerned by it. If it was disease, we'd be taking damage, but as it is, with just nausea, I think we just
you have but to
have
ask.
a little bit hard time.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And then this floor can be really nasty as well because of hefty quantities of poison. Yep, we got poisoned. Which we did not cure. I think we'll be fine though. Oh, well, we cured it. We'll probably get poisoned again in just a second. No, we actually did alright. Alright.
You have but to ask.
Moving up to the next floor. Kobold Commandos. Nothing like the little yippy punks with their fire arrows to really hurt. I don't know how my character swings from that far away. Apparently he has incredibly long reach with his fists.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
I won't complain though. If he can punch someone from a spear's length away, more power to him. And there goes Robinson. That was a brutal takedown. Of course, now, if I remember correctly,
it shall be as you wish.
There's at least one thing in here that is of note. Yes! There's a tome. For the life of me, I don't remember what the tome is, but there's a tome.
You have but to ask.
I know it's not strength. I know it's not dexterity.
It shall be as you wish.
It might be a tome of wisdom.
It shall be as you wish.
Wouldn't surprise me, because there are 3 of those in the game. It's not constitution. It could be intelligence, actually. Which would be just about as useless as any of the other tomes.
It shall be as you wish.
Alright, so let's identify these 2 tomes. Clear thought and understanding. That sounds like intelligence and wisdom. Yep. Alrighty. So now we have an intelligence of 17 and a wisdom of 19, which brings our lore up to a nice 28. Not that it's particularly beneficial for us, but hey, we are that much more intelligent. We are more intelligent than any normal half-orc now, and wiser to boot. So now we are really a fearsome foe. I mean, I don't think there's too much around that could actually threaten us. I don't remember where the charisma tome is. I want to look into finding that. Not that it really benefits me, but I like having the bonus.
You have but to ask.
Let's go ahead and walk over to the elf song and heal up. Take a nap.
You have but to ask.
We'll talk to that interesting looking dwarf
whiskey?
There. We'll buy a royal room
because of
how hurt we are. It still took 1 whole day. Jeesh. So that guy doesn't offer us a specific quest, he just tells us to kill hobgoblins. We've certainly done a fair bit of that already, so I'm sure we'll be doing some more of it later.
Hello! Shh. I mean, hello. Might I have a moment of your, time? Ooh, this is exciting, isn't it? Oh, wait. You wouldn't think so. You're probably used to it. Ah, yes, well, how do I approach this? You are, for hire? I mean, I need a job done. Get my intent? A, job done? Strictly hush-hush, I believe you would say.
Speak your mind, sir, so I might know your meaning.
I should like to procure your talents for a, unique service, though it's not like you would have to do anything socially untoward. Well, perhaps a bit, though not so much untoward as, illegal?
I'm listening, though my ears don't hear so good lately. Perhaps I should test them with the Ratalo coins.
Oh, of course. The bit o' coin to jog your memory. It's just as I imagined. Oh, this is also naughty. Here, mate. How's 5 gold get your attention?
What's the score, my little friend?
That's the spirit. Oh, a little larceny never hurt anyone. Well, it won't hurt me, anyway. And to be fair, I would prefer if no one else suffered any injury during this exploit. I mean, I want you to steal something, but I want you to do it in as nice a way as possible. You know? It's roguery on par with the Needle Thun of Waterdeep. And I'll pay you, well, 500 gold for one night's work. It's better than you could hope for in a year on the docks.
You can stop trying to sell me. I'm interested. Just tell me what the actual job is and why you're willing to take such a risk.
Oh, it's a marvelous trinket. A wondrously curious little toy from distant Lantern. What do they call it? Oh, yes, a telescope, of all things. It's a misleading name for such an interestingly crafted artifact. Golden Extra Far Seer would have suited its craftsmanship so much better. There's not another like it this side of the trackless sea. Most gnomes have a fixation of sorts, but I don't share the love of gems that possesses my kin. I prefer the feel of metal, and the intricacies of the mechanical. Not that I necessarily understand the function, but it's not right for such an item to be locked away regardless. It was meant to be used and to be held by loving hands. And if those hands just happen to be mine, well, more the better. The telethingy's on display at the Hall of Wonders, and were it in the possession of anyone else, it might be purchasable. No doubt you know that the Hall of Wonders is an extension of the High House, the Temple to God. Being the god of artifice and invention, his followers take to revering mechanical devices, and will not be parted with an original at any price. It's not as though they make proper use of such things, keeping them locked behind doors where loving hands cannot explore their subtleties. The Telewhat's it was made to be used, not worshipped. It must be in the hands of someone who can truly appreciate it. Not to be immodest, but that someone is me. I suppose I might buy a replica, but would you wish to buy a copy of a diamond? It's just not the same.
That is certainly a difficult task you've set before me, you windy little man, but I will accept the challenge.
Wonderful! Oh, this is so bad of me. Well, I shall leave you to your preparations. It will certainly be a test of your mettle entering the hall. I imagine an experienced roustabout such as yourself will case the joint thoroughly, eh? Get the guards scheduled down and all that. Oh, if only I could be a part of it. It's thrilling like the songs of legend. I'll meet you back here once the burglary is announced. It's too much fun.
I have to say, I really enjoy voicing eccentric characters like that.
You have but to ask.
So I guess I now know what the point of the Hall of Wonders is.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And what's more, I already know where the telescope is within it. So there's that.
You have but to ask.
Fortunately, there's not a whole lot to do. We just sneak in, crack that open, grab that, wait for our stealth to come back. Oh, no, I accidentally left the shadows when I meant to hide in them. And then failed to hide in them. Come on, come on. Oh my word, now we're just gonna fail a bunch of times. Yep. So infuriating. There we go. Alright. Oh, I don't know what I hit there. I think I hit the X key. Somehow created a mouse position thing.
You have but to ask.
Whatever that is. Whatever that means. Back to the elf song to give him the telescope.
It shall be as you wish.
For what value, I don't really know. I mean, we get 500 gold, which I guess is handy. We spent that much already, just on the Tome of Wisdom alone.
Hello again, my roguish compatriot! I heard this morning that there was a mysterious break-in at the Hall of Wonders! Oh, it said that the crafty burglars were in like ghosts and gone before the guards even had a chance to yell halt! Oh, it's like an adventure tale starring you and me! Oh, you are well worth your pay, my friend, well worth it! Here's your 500 gold and a beautiful little trinket from my own personal collection. It's sorrow to part with it, but this more than makes up. Goodbye, and good fortune be on you.
So he gives us a wand. We're just gonna drop the nymph cloak and the wand. Neither of those are of any value to us. I think I need to drop that too. It's a quest item, but I've already drunk use of it. This is useless. So now we just have some quest items left, and that's it. I'm rearranging those for no good reason, really. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop that History of Tethir while I'm here. While I'm at it. Alright. We've got about 30 minutes left of the stream. I'm gonna take a stroll around Baldur's Gate, check out what else there is to see. We've completed everything but these, like, sort of pseudo-main quests. I mean, they're not under important events. But they are, the Seven Suns and Rising Tensions with Am are both essentially main quests. But we're just going to take a look around, try and figure out if there are any interesting side quests. Like this guy. This guy has a name. Named people clearly have something interesting to do with them.
Hello, pal.
Nope, apparently not. He's probably a quest character in a later quest.
Something you require?
So here's the owner and proprietor of this inn that we're in. I always forget that the entrance to Baldur's Gate is kind of also the poor quarter. It doesn't seem like it very much because, you know, there's the magic shop and stuff like that, but then you've also got the Thieves Guild and clearly some rundown apartments, so I don't know.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead. So I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
Thought those guys might start a fight with us if we talked to them. And if someone wants to start a fight with us, that just means that they want to give us XP, and I'm not going to say no to that. I do believe that's everything of interest in here, though. At least for the moment.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Is there anything else on the map? Maltz's weapon shop. Keeksy Tavern. There's the Tavern and Inn. Taverns and inns typically have a fair bit of questing to be achieved within, or at least to be found. So I'll take a look in here. Wait, no, that's Lucky Aiello's. Where's the... There it is. Okay. Wait, if this is a tavern and inn, how do I get into it? Unless this isn't an area we go in. I know there's a quest involving thievery that we may end up having to do later that's... Nope, there it is. There we go. Alright, I just had to go all the way down here to get the entrance. That's weird. So annoying when buildings have the entrance facing away from you because you just cannot see them. Okay, nothing on the bottom floor.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And apparently nothing on the top floor either.
You want some whiskey?
No, we don't need a drink.
It shall be as you wish.
You want some whiskey?
Same thing from you. Okay, well I guess this is just a casual tavern and inn.
You have but to ask.
The Shop of Silence. That's a dramatic sounding name.
You have but to ask.
Oh, it's named that because there's someone named Silence.
Be ye friend or be ye dead?
And she offers a cheap place to sit. She offers a free place to sleep. What? That's nifty.
Hi, friend.
Okay, so basically this is just a resting place, a safe zone for gangs.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
Involved in gang war type stuff. If you come here, you don't have to worry, you'll be safe. If you start trouble with here, everybody will want you dead. Okay, that's cool. Let's head to the Keeksy Tavern, see if there's anything here either. I don't think so, but I just want to kind of clear out the areas as we go along. When the stream's over, I'll take a look and see what other things can be done in the city for next time.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
But for now, I'd rather just kind of peruse about on my own.
Hi, friend.
He wanted to know the password because we haven't gone in this way before.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
So I kicked him in the head till he was dead.
Hi, friend.
You have but to ask.
That's a colorful way to phrase it. Normally I don't give the hairs on our sweet rats patoot about local concerns.
It shall be as you wish. It shall be as you wish.
Hi, friend.
That's just another way into the guild? No, that's a little side
It shall
room.
be as you wish.
It's connected to the
You
guild,
have
but
but
it's
to
not a
ask.
major building. Fair enough.
You have but to ask.
Check out around here. Oh, no, I didn't want to go in the sewers. Yet. We'll check out Maltz's weapon shop. A lot of times shops don't have anything inside, but who knows? Maybe there will be a quest going on.
You have
Welcome
to
to my humble establishment.
Yeah, nope. Nothing for us. Moving on.
You have but to ask.
Alright, let's go over here, specifically because I know I can go into this ship.
It shall be as you
To
wish.
find some fun. How's everybody doing tonight? I don't think I've asked that yet. I know I'm starting to finally recover from my soreness from the workouts this week. Starting to recover, mind you. I'm not there yet. But I think my body's starting to adapt again for the first time since a long time.
What do you need?
Now the question is, how do I go further? There we go. I hate when the way down is such a tiny little
I shall
thing.
attend to it in a trice.
It's so hard if you don't know that it's an option.
Yes?
And then we will unstealth. There we go.
Your life means nothing to me.
Actually, you know what? I can't get rid of the mage. She teleported too quickly. If I'd gotten a good hit on her to start with, I might have been able to deal with it. Actually, hold on. I need to get rid of you. Okay. I forgot that Vega is not actually the dangerous one. Desrita's the dangerous one because Desrita has, like,
It shall be as you
these
wish.
gloves right here. The Gauntlets of Ogre Power, which are a seriously powerful pair of gauntlets. They increase your strength to 1800, which isn't anything for us. Our strength is 19, but for most characters that is an improvement, and a notable one at that. So, very valuable magic item, very useful.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
And quite a bit stronger than. It makes Desrita quite a bit stronger and more dangerous than her sister. Essentially what they were talking about, I'll go back into discussing the chatting. They are weird and are talking about entropy and want to teach you some of its pleasures. And if you agree with a double entendre, they try to just murder you. Odd, but whatever.
You need something, stranger?
I'm gonna try talking to one of the other. Okay, no, I can't. Can't use one of the other options on him. Hold on. What is this guy's
You need something, stranger?
Apparently, if you tell him that we're here to kill him, you can kill him. And you get his Book of Curses. Is that a quest item? I need to check that. Because I think I can pick that up because it's a quest item, but I don't remember. Yes, okay, that's a quest item. We can pick it up. And it's a quest item we can complete fairly soon. Or a quest that we can complete fairly soon. The only reason we can't complete it right now is because it's nighttime. But as soon as it becomes daytime, we can actually go ahead and pick up a quest and give the book over, and boom, quest complete.
You have but to ask.
And wow, we are only 57,000 XP away from level 10. We have really jumped ahead in terms of XP. Which is unsurprising. At this point, we're in the late game of the end game, more or less.
You have but to ask.
I mean, it's chapter 5 of, I believe, 7, so we still got some game left to go. But there's a lot of stuff that we can do now that is very high XP reward giving. That was a really weirdly phrased sentence. Let's go to Jopelin's Tavern next, see if there's anything of note there. Classic D&D stuff. Going to taverns. Oh, nice, Jazril. Are you on a night schedule, or are you just somewhere in the world where this is daytime for you? Oh, Portugal! Wow. Oh, and here's Yeslik! I'm glad to see that he has survived. Made it out of there all right. He won't join us now, but of course that's not a concern to us.
I need some ale.
5:40 a.m. Wow, all right.
I need some ale.
Yeah, that's about the time I'm going to bed. Only, I don't mean your 5:40 a.m., I mean my 5:40 a.m. It's 12:42 a.m. right now for me. My schedule is completely night-focused right now. I go to bed when the sun's rising, and I wake up in the late after, or the mid-afternoon. It's not ideal, but if I want to stream, I have to. 10 in the morning for you, Rick. Wow. Apparently we can keep an endless supply of shanties going.
I think I had too much to drink.
Sailor, what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? It's a classic. I really appreciate you guys being willing to spend your mornings with me. I wouldn't want to spend my mornings with me.
When did I eat corn?
You want some whiskey?
Hello, pal.
So yeah, it looks like this tavern's just a bunch of sailors and Yeslik.
You have but to ask.
So you put up with me for the sake of Baldur's Gate, Jazril? Oh, well, I'm glad. I aim to entertain, so...
It shall be as you wish.
So this area, if I remember correctly, doesn't have a whole lot to it other than major quest stuff. I mean, we've got the Seven Sons Trading Company, we've got the Merchants League Estate. Let me actually go to the Merchants League Estate. I believe we were told after we helped, what's it called? What's his name? Aldeth. Yeah, Aldeth Sashenstar. There he is. I remember why he's important now. We saved him from the druids back in Cloakwood, and he told us to meet him here.
You there! Identify yourselves!
It is so pleasant to see your faces once again. Don't you recognize me? It is I, Aldeth Sashenstar. I am so glad to have met you, especially at a time like this. I need to speak with you privately. Will you listen to what I have to say? Of course we'll listen. What is it you have to say? Thank you so much, my friends. This should suffice for privacy. I'm sorry for all of this hiding and skulking, but there are dire events about. You know that I am one of the principal shareholders of the Merchants League. Well, I share ownership of the company with two others, Erlintry and Zorliar, two very distinguished gentlemen. When I returned from my hunting trip, thanks to you, I might add, I found that my two partners had undergone some profound changes. Nothing physical or overt, but something far more sinister. Well, go on, what's so sinister? It's as if my partners had become wholly different people while I was gone. They almost take an active interest in squandering our company's resources on frivolous and stupid ideas. If they continue on this course, the company will be in shambles in but a few weeks. I know you have already helped me once, but I ask for your assistance again. I have no other recourse. What do you want us to do? Come into the Merchants League Estate with me. I will explain that you are old friends of mine and will quarter all of you in the guest chambers. From there, please investigate my partners, perhaps using magic or any of the other skills you possess. Learn as much as you can during your visit, and then report back to me after you're done. It should only take a couple of days. Sounds like an easy job. We'll do it. Then just follow me into the Merchants League Estate. You may begin the investigation as soon as you get inside. I shall be waiting for any reports of your progress on the second floor. Oh, thanks, Rick. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really enjoy doing the different voices. I wish my voice for Tugel and my voice for Aldeth were a bit different, a bit more different than they are. I don't think there's enough of a differentiation between them. I don't like to do the voice acting for every character because, for one, it gets very stressful on the throat, and for two, I don't know, not everybody feels like they need the voice acting. But it's a lot of fun. I enjoy doing it, though I know it certainly turns away some viewers. So let's talk to Erlintry first.
So, these are the guests you've been talking about all day.
Greetings, house guests. I must assume that you are the friends that have had Aldeth so excited. I must introduce myself. I am Erlintry, one of Aldeth's partners in business. I've come to announce that the company is celebrating the anniversary of Aldeth's stay with us. I would like you to join us for the festivities. There should be some interesting surprises. We'll be there. The party is set to take place on the 3rd floor. If you go up there, I'll meet you soon after. Well, that's definitely sketchy. But okay, alright. Assault to a guard. Oh, okay. So this guy has just outright guessed what we're here for, and has told us to speak to Brendalar about it. So that's interesting. Let's talk to one of the merchants, see if they have
I've got the best prices this side of Cormier.
And he tells us to search Zorl's office on the 2nd floor. Yeah, Tugel definitely sounds like that. I try to base my voices off of whatever voice clips the game gives us, and for Tugel, I chose the sort of dignified, oftentimes a voice that I would say you should choose for a wizard. But as a high intelligence, high charisma, high wisdom monk, I figured it would be a good voice for him. Plus, it's so interesting to have a half-orc that speaks eloquently. And yeah, Jazril, doing different voices for everyone in Baldur's Gate is excessively overwhelming. Plus, it's so hard, like, even the most talented voice actors only have so many voices that they can do. So, if you're doing different voices for everyone, you start to run out pretty fast. Alright, let's chat with Brandelar.
What do you need?
We were told to speak with him. Apparently, he's known Aldeth since he was a kid. And we are not, childhood friends, clearly. Okay, so we need to investigate Zorl's office on the 2nd floor. Ah, perfect. Well, the desk is locked. We'll just bust it open. Take the letters. Okay, so these confirm that Zorl and Erlentree have been disposed of and replaced. By what? Who knows? I know. You may know. But alright, let's quick save. I want to see what the dialogue is if we talk to Brandelar versus talking to Aldeth. Okay, so if we talk to him... Okay, well, that apparently sent us straight into this. What is going on here that deserves such an audience? Explain yourself, Erlentree. Why spread false rumors about my anniversary when you know perfectly well that this is not the day? Are you sure, Aldeth? I was most certain that this was the day. Perhaps, Aldeth, your memory has become somewhat addled. You seem to be forgetting and even inventing elements of your past. Take, for example, your childhood friends. A most stupid lie. Meat. Come now, Zorl, we mustn't be so rude. These primates are about to take the final step, become something much greater than what they were. Before you die, primates, I've been instructed to give you a message from our employer, Realtar. He wishes you to know how much fun it's been matching wits with you. So the documents speak the truth. You foul creatures will answer for what you have done. Brandelar, arrest these fools. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work well for Brandelar.
You have but to ask.
Okay. Appears that they are all regular doppelgangers. I really hope we're not going to get overwhelmed here. You know what? Speaking of which, let's use our magic fists! Let's just use all of the uses of it. We're missing an awful lot. Fortunately, between the fact that these guys are not that dangerous and the fact that we have Brandelar assisting us, we are kind of taking them out in fairly short order. apparently there were more that we just couldn't see. That's amusing. I'm happy to see Brandelar hasn't been hit even once, it looks like. Any more? No? Okay.
What do you need?
I must thank you for saving my consortium. I will reward all of you greatly for what you have done for me. I hope what I give you now is reward enough. This sword is a family heirloom, and could be useful if you were ever to run into those shape-shifting creatures again. Know that if ever you are in trouble, you can come to my estate. So, Aldeth gives us a bastard sword that is +1/+3 against shapeshifters, I think. It's not exactly a useless weapon, especially considering some of the things that are going on in this game, some of the main plot, but it's not particularly useful for us.
I shall attend to it in a trice.
On the bright side, though, we have dealt with all of the enemies,
I've got the
and we
best
know that
prizes this side of
doppelgangers
Cormier.
are now a thing that are involved in the quest. And we did get about 5,000 XP plus 420 for each doppelganger. Now, I do believe Brandelar killed a couple of them, so he got the XP for those. We did not. I don't know, but either way. And I'm realizing that it is about the time for our stream to
It shall
end.
be as you wish.
So since we've just completed a big quest, I will just walk over to the nearest inn and rest before bringing the stream to a close. As always, I appreciate everybody coming out. Rick, Jazril, Brat Jedi, I'm assuming Red Rodent, you're out there. And I really appreciate you guys all coming out, tuning in. As always, the VOD will be up on YouTube later. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on YouTube, like, subscribe, the usual things that people say. I will point out that I think I'm going to change my stream schedule a touch. This was the first week I've had like a proper schedule for it, and I was streaming every weeknight, Monday through Friday, and it has been a lot. I feel like I haven't had much of a chance to breathe, especially with what else is going on in my day-to-day. Also, apparently there's green slimes in here, so that's interesting. But, as I was saying, I don't feel like I've had enough time to really breathe this week, so I'm going to change my streaming schedule to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So, previously I was doing my main game, which is Baldur's Gate, on
You have but to ask.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I was doing other games on Tuesday, Thursday. I think what that's going to be is Tuesday, Thursday I'm just not going to stream at all, and Monday, Friday will be Baldur's Gate, or whatever the main game is once I finish Baldur's Gate, with my Wednesday stream just being what I'm in the mood for. You know, it might be more Morrowind, it might be some more Pokemon, it might be some other games in time. But we'll just have to see. If I feel like next week, at the end of next week, I'm not streaming enough, I might change it again. I'm still new at this whole streaming thing, so I'm trying to get things figured out, sorted out, trying to make the best schedule possible for me. I know other changes to the schedule will be occurring in the future, so we'll just have to see as my life outside of streaming changes. Thanks, Rick, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm currently in between college classes. I finished up my associate's classes at my local college, and I'll be moving for my classes for my bachelor's degree later in the fall, and so lots of things will be changing, but we'll just have to see. I hope you'll all be sticking around to watch more. I'll definitely be streaming more. I have a great time doing this. I always love hanging out with you guys. So, for now, thank you for tuning in. I will try and figure out what the deal is here with this inn that just went to went all to heck, to the 9 hells, and then
You're a
sign off.
long-tongued lout, ain't you?
Alright, well, it looks like it was just a bunch of slimes which we've dealt with, so have a good evening, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Thank you, Jazril. I appreciate it. Have a good evening, guys.